Hi, this is Zdenka. In this tutorial, let's go through Insta360 GO 3S best camera settings, new and best main features with many examples, practical and creative shots for your next vacation or day trip. Just a quick disclaimer, Insta360 provided this camera, however, I'm not being paid for producing this video. Before we start any filming, let's swipe down and go through camera settings. The first icon on the left is lock orientation. When the icon is off, once you rotate the camera, the screen will also rotate. If you enable this lock, the screen will no longer rotate. If you want to make sure you don't accidentally touch the screen and change settings as you film, you can enable lock. Now when I touch the screen, I cannot change anything. I can only unlock the screen by swiping up. Next icon will let you control the brightness of the light indicator. The default is set to high. Prompt sound volume is set by default to medium. You can lower the sound or mute completely here. Screen brightness control is next. Pre-recording feature is next. This is for those moments when you are waiting for an action to happen and you don't want to miss it. Instead of recording a long video, you can enable 10, 15 or 30 seconds of pre-recording before you touch the shutter button. I'm going to enable the feature. The camera is recording. When I press the shutter button, only the 15 seconds before gets recorded. To get out of this mode, simply press this stop icon. Interval video is a new feature, so let's explain that one. This feature lets you record your fun activities without touching a record button, so you can stay in the moment and not worry about recording. Once you hit that, you will see several options for activities such as vlogs, pets, riding, running, kids, ball sports, driving, cooking, and custom. Let's select custom. Now you will see all default settings, which you can change once you tap on the blue edit icon. Interval means that the camera will start recording every 10 minutes. Single duration is how long the recorded clip should be, and here in shooting mode, you see a default video mode. Once you enable this feature, you will turn off the camera. The camera will start recording at the intervals set, in this case, 10 minutes. Once it stops recording, it will shut off again to save the battery. To disable this mode, simply hit this icon. Once you have all the video recorded, you can use the auto edit feature that will combine all highlights in one video with the music. Let's go back to settings and check out the next feature, that is kids mode. If you enable this feature, it will reduce the interference of sound and light to kids and prevent accidental button presses. Let's swipe to the next page. If you want help with composition, you can enable grid line. The next icon I highly suggest turning on, and that would be horizon level. You will get this nice line to make sure your video is not cricket. If you like to use your voice to control the video, you can enable voice control here. When you scroll down, it will tell you all the commands you can use. If you prefer gesture control, this feature is also available. It works between 0.4 to 1.2 meters. Palm is to start and stop recording video. Peace gesture is for taking photos. Quick capture settings are next. This is enabled by default, so when the camera is off, you can just single press the shutter button on the camera or case to start recording video. If you double press, you can record free frame video. You can, however, change it to a different mode, and you can also enable custom parameters. where you can change all the settings. Timed capture feature is next. If you want the camera to record video at a specific time, for example, you want to record a time lapse in the hotel room while you are going to enjoy a dinner, this is the feature you want to use. Once you enable this, you can select what time you want the camera to start recording. Select shooting mode. You can do free frame video, time lapse, photo, interval photo, and star lapse. You can change shooting parameters, select field of view, enable or disable tilt fix, and select if you want the video to be recorded only one time or every day. Quick tip when it comes to time-lapse mode. Once you film your time-lapse, you can now in the Insta360 app add movement to a time-lapse, so you end up with a dynamic motion time-lapse instead of just a static one. Let's go to the next icon, audio. Here you can enable or disable wind reduction. If I film outdoors, I keep it on. You can change it to audio or direction focus. Last section is settings. Here you can check camera info and firmware. General settings have a lot of options. You can disable vibration, change auto power off, screen auto sleep, and disable long press to cancel shooting. This is a new feature. If you decide that you don't like what you are filming, just long press the button to stop recording and also erase that video at the same time. In camera storage, you can format memory card. Here you can again customize quick button, Wi-Fi settings, pre-recording settings, and enable Bluetooth remote if you have one. This camera can be used as a webcam during Zoom calls. You can enable it here. Video bitrate I would suggest keeping high for high quality unless you need smaller files, then you can select standard. Anti-flicker is by default on auto. If you need to change it, you can do it here. Gyro calibration option is below, language selection, and Apple Find My settings. This is another new feature. You can now pair Go 3S with Apple Find My app to locate your camera. This is quite helpful, you just never know. And further down are another settings, certification, reset tutorial, and factory reset. So these were all camera settings and some new features explained. Let's go to basic video mode. Let me explain all basic automatic filming settings and show you some shots you can do. Let's start from the left. Tilt fix on will correct horizon level up to 10 degrees. This is suitable for everyday vlogs. For filming and cycling, it is recommended to turn it off, as you will get wider field of view and more responsive camera movements. Let's go to resolution and frame rate. The best quality will give you 4K resolution, and it is suggested to film in 30 frames per second. Stabilization is by default set to standard. For intense movements such as running, use high, and for extreme sports, go with max. You can also change how long you want the camera to record for under duration. Aspect ratio 16:9 is set by default. In case you are wondering if you will be recording with the camera only, you will get 38 minutes runtime. If the camera will be in action pod, you will get up to 140 minutes. Let's hit the field of view icon. Action view is first. That one you would use for skiing, cycling, and other sports shooting from a first-person perspective. Here, you're not going to get the tilt fix feature. Mega view is for wide-angle filming and urban scenes, as vertical distortion is reduced here. If you will be filming in the mountains or doing other outdoor sports, you might consider using ultra-wide angle view. Dewarp is suitable for vlogging or skiing, for example, as there is very little distortion. The last option is narrow. That one has no image distortion. I would use this for general filming. Next icon is for zooming in. You can film in one-time zoom or zoom in up to 2 times if you press and hold the finger on the screen. Let's swipe left to get to automatic video settings. By default, the filter is set to standard, and I would keep it that way for automatic filming. There are other filters you can explore for different filming scenarios. If you prefer filming in a flat profile and then color grade the footage yourself in the post, you can find it here as well. Matrix metering is on by default. This is for filming most of the scenes. If you will be filming yourself, you can switch it to face metering, or you don't have to. Easier is just to tap on your face. Once you see this yellow box around the face, it is enabled. If you want to go back to matrix metering, just tap on the face again until the box is gray. White balance is by default set to auto. You can certainly change it to manual white balance. Exposure value is by default set to 0. If you are going to be filming on a very bright day, you might find the highlights overblown, so turning it down to -0.7 will make the highlights better. If you are going to be filming at night and you will be moving, walking, turn on the jitter blur reduction. But if you will have the camera stationary on a tripod, turn it off as you will get a brighter image. Picture sharpening is set to medium, and I would keep it that way. The video will look much better, not so over-sharpened. It's time to show you some shots you can try, but first, there are a few more important things. If you want to film in horizontal mode, you can hold the camera like this. Hit record and it will stay in horizontal mode no matter how you rotate the camera. If you want to film in vertical mode, you just turn the camera sideways, hit record, and then you can move around. If you accidentally scratch the lens guard, you can unscrew it and replace it with a new one. If you have the camera in the action pod, it's now splash proof, but if you want to film underwater up to 10 meters, get a diving case. You also have to keep the lens protector on, don't take it off. The first shots are just point of view, hands-free shots. I'm using the magnet pendant. You can see very clearly this is for horizontal filming and this is for vertical filming. If you need to control the angle, you will place the camera into the easy clip that you can adjust up and down once you attach it to the magnet pendant. I like to keep the tilt fix on during riding or filming behind the scenes. I also personally find that it is better to have a tight top on so the camera doesn't move much. Or you can put the camera on your helmet or cap to get a little bit higher view. The camera is very tiny and magnetic, so you can literally attach it to anything and everything. It fits into places and things normal cameras can't. And if you need bigger reach, just use the little selfie stick. If you're going to be filming yourself, always extend the tripod all the way, as higher angle shots look so much better. This little reusable sticky base for the pivot stand lets you attach it to anything and rotate it in any direction. Use it as a fly on the wall, tight places, just look around where you can attach it. I have an idea. How about attaching it to a very long extendable selfie stick or a monopod to fake drone shots? Let's see what we can get. Once you are done filming, I am going to give you some helpful tips when it comes to video editing. First of all, the Insta360 app sends you a notification to your phone that the camera shot something new. All you have to do is tap on it to preview the clip. Another new feature added is called Quick File Transfer. Swipe right to access the gallery. At the right bottom of the displayed clip, you will see this icon. Once you hit that, it will be sent to your phone. Let's talk about editing the clip. If you need to send something super quick, you can use Auto Edit. If you want to edit individual clips yourself and export, select your clip. It will play automatically, so just pause it and then hit the edit icon at the bottom. You will see several editing sections here: recommended, audio controls, speed, color, effect, and general. To learn how to use them, it is best to go one by one and see what those controls are doing. If you need to reset it to the original, just scroll all the way where you can find Reset Edits. New feature that I would like to mention is New Motion ND without the need of using an ND filter. So now you can just film in automatic mode and turn on this effect here in the app. It is very easy to use. You can control spread and intensity of the effect. To get really nice colors, I would also suggest enabling Dolby Vision. All that is left to do is hit export. I personally like to go to custom rather than quick export. In custom, I can change the resolution all the way to 4K and select higher bitrate if I need higher quality. If you have time and want to try fun creative things, you can go to the edit page and look at the shot lab section. Not all effects are compatible with this camera. It is always written on the effect if Go3S footage can be used. I hope this tutorial helped you to get started. Give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful. For those who watched this video to find out more about this camera, link to this product can be found below the video in a video description. Subscribe for more and don't forget to check out one of these next. See you there. Ciao. Ahoj.